Let's jump right into this explainer. Imagine waking up feeling totally fine, and by tomorrow, you're suddenly fighting for your life in an ICU. Today, we're diving into a terrifying biological mystery, Hantavirus, the silent threat. It's a real-life nightmare confirmed by scientists, and as we're going to see, the danger is far from over.
Healthy one day, critical the next. I mean, those are the literal stakes of our medical thriller today. We're dealing with a pathogen that operates in total, absolute silence. You don't get loud alarms, there are no obvious red flags, it just creeps in and launches a devastating attack on the human body before you even know what hit you.
Section 1. The invisible invasion.
So how does this invisible invasion actually happen? The biological cascade is just terrifyingly fast. Step 1, you feel completely normal. You have absolutely no idea it's even there. Step 2, boom, classic flu-like symptoms hit you. A fever, muscle aches, extreme fatigue. But step 3 is where things go completely off the rails. Your own immune system severely overreacts to the invader, causing your blood vessels to literally start leaking fluid. And then step 4, the absolute critical phase, your lungs start filling with that liquid. And I really need to emphasize this point right here. Once those lungs start filling up, every single second matters. Breathing becomes incredibly difficult.
Section 2. Stories of survival. Now, this stark contrast perfectly illustrates why doctors struggle so much in the early stages of an outbreak. On the outside, it looks exactly like the common flu, but on the inside, it's actually hantavirus rapidly pouring liquid right into your lungs. And the really scary part is, by the time the severe breathing problems start, patients might already be completely critical. Real people have literally gone from perfectly fine to hospitalized within just 24 hours.
One survivor summed up the experience with this absolutely chilling quote. It felt like I was drowning while awake. Just let that sink in for a second. It's a harrowing reality that really anchors the physical terror of this virus. You know, in some outbreaks, this specific fear actually terrified entire communities from even stepping foot inside old barns or buildings.
Section 3. Rodents, rain, and risk.
Okay, so how exactly does this virus even reach us? Well, South America has seen some of the worst outbreaks, specifically in Chile and Argentina, where some strains actually shocked scientists because they suspected human-to-human transmission. But typically, it's all about this massive environmental domino effect. Step 1. Heavy rain falls in a rural region. Step 2. You get a massive boom in vegetation and food. Step 3. Because of all that extra food, local mice multiply like crazy. And finally, Step 4. This leads to a huge spike in the risk to humans from infected droppings. So basically, nature and climate act as literal accomplices here, triggering absolute explosions in the rodent population.
Section 4. The most dangerous mistake.
So nature sets the stage, right? But human behavior usually springs the trap. And that brings us to the deadly danger of a broom. Seriously, I'm talking directly to you right now. Dry sweeping a dusty old shed is incredibly dangerous. Why? Because the very act of sweeping takes tiny, invisible virus particles from rodent droppings and kicks them right up into the air. You can so easily inhale them without ever even realizing it. What feels like a basic Saturday chore is actually creating a microscopic toxic cloud.
But don't panic, because health experts have a vital survival guide to keep you safe. First rule, and this is absolutely crucial, never dry sweep rodent waste. Always use a disinfectant first to wet the area down. You've got to wear gloves and masks, and make sure you open up those windows for ventilation. Just taking a few minutes of caution with some bleach and fresh air can literally prevent a deadly infection. It's a total game changer. Section 5. Searching for a cure.
But what if the worst happens, and you do inhale those particles? Well, we have to talk about the grim medical reality. Even today, there is no universal cure for hantavirus. Researchers are working nonstop around the world on vaccines and antivirals, but viruses mutate fast. So right now, doctors are forced to rely strictly on supportive treatments. We're talking oxygen therapy to help out those struggling lungs, intensive care, and just extremely careful monitoring. Medical teams are essentially just buying time, supporting the vital functions, and crossing their fingers that the patient's own immune system can eventually fight off the infection.
Section 6. Will it strike again? History shows us that dangerous diseases can pop up without any warning at all. And the biggest critical variable for future threats? The expanding human footprint. As our cities push further out and ecosystems keep changing, the chances of humans coming into contact with infected wildlife just skyrocket. That means the very next outbreak could begin completely unnoticed. It might be starting right now on a rural farm or inside an old abandoned building, silently waiting.
Which brings us to our final, provocative question for you today.
Would you enter an abandoned cabin alone? After seeing exactly how silently this virus operates and how something as simple as a broom can literally turn deadly, it definitely makes you think twice about those invisible dangers hiding right there in the natural world. Stay informed, stay cautious, because as we've learned in this explainer today, knowledge can truly save lives.